All right, welcome ladies and gentlemen to East vs West Productions, King at the Table 14 pre-match interviews. We are sitting here today with Jocelyne Brisson from Canada. How are you, Jocelyne?
I'm good, how are you, Ryan?
Welcome to King at the Table 14. I'm very well, thank you. Now, you are a lady that has grabbed the spotlight. In a lot of senses, you are taking the arm wrestling world by storm at the moment, and a lot of people, a lot of talk about, is this the new lady to just take over the sport? So, you've come off the back of a victory with Sarah Bachman. How are you feeling now going into this event?
I am nervous and anxious, but I'm always like that for every match, and especially with the quick turnaround time on this one. It caused a little bit of concern, but the work is done at this point, and the cards are going to fall where they're going to fall.
Okay, perfect. So for everybody at home who doesn't know your strength background, you've been in the sport of arm wrestling for about 4 years.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you have become the athlete that you are?
So my background is strongman, and not that I ever competed in any big competitions, but I just loved the strongman events. Yeah. And so I come from that part of the strength, and I just have a natural competitiveness, and that was channeled into arm wrestling via my cousin. So my cousin is the WAF representative for Canada, and he's the one that kind of got me into the sport, and hooked me up with a club, and here we are.
Yeah, there you go. So you became pretty addicted pretty quickly with arm wrestling. Now, your last match against Sarah Bachman, you looked quite dominant. I know that I have to admit, I predicted Sarah to win. Last time I thought, Sarah will avenge the loss, because you beat Sarah for a second time, because you did it in a round robin, then you did it again on the big stage. So it was that big stage performance that really solidified everybody's opinion of where you're headed. Now you're facing Egla Vaitkut up next, and an incredibly decorated Zlotito winner, WAF World winner. She's done everything. She's really almost reached the overall #1 rank herself at times. She's also faced and crushed, people would say, Sarah Bachman when she had her match. So how are you feeling specifically for Egla?
I'm feeling like a good contender for her. I know it's kind of hard at the women's level in the open weight to actually have people to pull. So I'm hopeful that we can have a good match, and that it's not one-sided. Or if it is one-sided, it's in my favor.
Yeah, of course. Now, have you thought about the style that you want this match to go? Are you here to dictate the terms, or are you going to be containing and responding to what Egla's trying to dictate? What's your thoughts?
I mean, I've got plan A, B, and C, right? But I mean, I'm going to go with my ace, and I think we're both pretty much outside, so I think it's going to come down to a strap game.
Okay. Well, Egla did beat Sarah in straps, but there were a number of rounds where she just held on and just ripped her across sideways. So are you prepared to pull out of straps as well if Egla?
If I have to.
Yeah. Now give everyone an indication. Look at just the comparison.
You just got to compare it.
Like for everyone who's been thinking Jocelyne is the next lady, you can see why. You are strong, very, very strong. And I haven't gripped you yet and felt that I'm not sure I want to. But I want to know, there's a lot of hype behind you at the moment in the international fans. Everyone's saying, how would she go against Gabby? People are saying you're the favourite this match, despite all of the accolades of Egla Vaitkut. The fans believe you're going to win. Are you carrying that pressure well, or does that make you nervous?
I'm trying not to think about it too much, because obviously what happens in this match could dictate what happens for the rest of the year, really, in terms of matches that get offered or not. And like I do feel the pressure of people who support me and who back me, and I do have the support of, like, I'm going to say the majority of Canadians. And at this event, North Americans, because they don't really have anybody else.
East vs West,
exactly.
You got Team West.
So I do feel the pressure, but at the end of the day, too, I have to give myself the grace, because I am relatively green in the sport, and I've got lots to learn still, and I can't just take the entirety of those expectations on.
Well, it's a rare position to be in, to 100%. Be so new to the sport and yet so very close to the top.
Yeah, exactly.
So that speaks very highly for your strength level. But it's not just your strength level, you move well on the table as well. You look very complete, you've got a good top roll, you've got a good high hook if it gets put inside as well, so you don't overextend. Like, you move very, very well technically. So I think that you belong here, there's no doubting that. But the pressure to perform is always something. I know that just the name Gabriela Vasconcelos, people are saying if you beat Egler, that Gabriela Vasconcelos would be next.
Yes.
And that must be something that are you daring to dream about that yet, or are you just focused purely on
People have been chanting this for like a year now, right? Because I was actually thinking back and I'm like, it's almost a year to the day that I beat Sarah Bachman the first time.
Yes.
So right around this time last year, I was getting ready for the round robin. And it's just crazy to me what's happened in a year. And, you know, Gabby is well decorated, and we don't have a lot of information usually on her because it's usually a very one-sided match if it's not an elite female puller. But with the last match she had at Knuckles Up with Heidi Cordner, it opened up some possibilities because we saw some lanes, right, with the stops that Heidi managed to get on Gabby. So
yeah. So you got something to work for.
Yeah, well, we got some knowledge at least.
Fantastic. Well, I do wish you the very best for this match with Egler. Do you have any specific, like, have you met Egler before?
I've never.
Okay.
Never spoken to her. I mean, we're friends on Facebook and like on the socials, but.
Yeah. So no, any specific preparation that you did for her in particular?
Endurance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Strap match, endurance. In a bit of a hook?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune in. King of the Table 14 happens this weekend. Get it at East West West Sports, your pay-per-view. EastWestWestArmwrestlingStory.com. And yeah, wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you.